There we go. There we go. Hello. Get some time. Let everybody come on here. What's up, Facebook family? How y'all doing today? Coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Hey, as you come on in, feel free to let me know where you're listening in from. Don't hesitate to say hey. Even if you're watching the recording on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching that, hey, feel free to always say hey. I love interacting. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. It's Marvelous Wednesday, so I'm feeling great. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and get kicked off here in a second. I was doing some personal development, and where'd my book go? I had a book that I've been reading, and I encourage all y'all to grab this one right here. 17 Essential Qualities of a Team Player. Just some great things in this book throughout, just teaching you basically team player. And like I always mention, team player could be in your family, it can be at work, business, if you play for a team, whatever it may be. But you learning the key concepts, you'll definitely be able to relate this, wherever you're at in your life. So, yes, and I love John C. Waxman too as well, Jennifer. So, this is something that, being a competent person, which is crazy because I didn't really understand it at first, but then when you start digging deep, hey, you don't understand something, go do research, dig into it. So when he wrote the word in the book and he wrote the chapter, I was like, well, okay, let me first go find the definition. So once I read the definition, was able to get a clearer perspective of what it was. When reading the chapter was just amazing. And so I just wanted to share basically what I read out of that, read out of this chapter, because I believe it can help out each and every person out there in their journey of life. So first, just because it's the same thing that I did, so what I'm gonna do is also I got the definition kind of pulled up, and I'm gonna kind of just read it to you so you can have an understanding. For the people who don't understand what a competent person is, just so you could, or not person, but what competent the word means, having suitable or sufficient skill, knowledge, experience of some kind for some kind of purpose, or or another way to look at it is they properly qualified. And so when you're a competent person, and so and that's kind of how I was. The qualities, hey mama yaya, the qualities of this one is for highly competent people, the qualities that they have and that they tend to have. And so I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. And I know for sure when I looked at this and I read this, I knew that I could tie into this real well, and I could share this with other people with high quality, because it just hits home for me. So I wrote this quote down. It really hit me. I wrote this quote down by Vince Lombardi. It said he said the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to the commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. I'm going to read it one more time because it really hits home, and it's really going to tie in pretty much everything that I have that I'm talking about today. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to the commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. So regardless of whatever you're doing in your life, hey, your commitment to excellence in whatever field or whatever it is that you're trying to shoot for, that's the quality of the person. That's kind of where he was going with this. But and so, and to start that off I'm gonna start off with an example. A highly competent person is not based off what they do, and it's not based off how much money they have or this and that. It's based on how they do the little things, the things that people are going to remember in the long run. And I was talking with a good friend of mine, right before this. He called me every day, and we just talk. That's my best friend, and we just talk. And we was just, running, chit chatting, bouncing ideas off each other, just talking about life. And man, it really hit me, because what it hit me a lot was this example. Because I use this example with him, is the things that people gonna remember about you as a person, and not the things that you so-called, the little things that you do. And see, it's how can I put this for you guys? It's kind of like people won't remember how fast you do like a job, or they won't remember the long process, or maybe, for instance, maybe a woman, having a child. A lot of people, except for the parents, the two that are involved the most about it, a lot of people won't remember the pregnancy, but the mom and the dad, and maybe the people that's close to the people to the woman that is pregnant. See, a lot of people won't remember that part. But you know what they will remember the most is that child that you upbring, that the way you help them become from a child to a boy or a girl, into a lady or a man. It's that process. That's what people remember the most. That's what people are going to start to remember. And it's kind of like, I was watching ESPN the other day. I think it might have been last week. And Kevin Durant's mom had got on TV. And she was just kind of talking about, her son. And Shannon Sharpe said that, you raised a good man. And she was like, well, that was my goal. And see, and that's the thing. Are you doing things in your life that, no matter what, it may be something small. It may be something so small that most people would overlook it, but you work in every little tip, little aspect of your life to make sure that people would take notice to it. And they may not take notice to it today. They may not take notice to it tomorrow. They may not take notice to it this month. But over time, those little small steps that you're doing, those little small things that you're doing at your job, those little extra things, like my good friend, he's always doing extra at his job. Always. And I can promise you one thing, that those people, it may be something he don't like, but guess what? Those people notice it. Those little things add up, where people begin to notice it. And those are what highly competent people do. They do little things. That's kind of one of my things, and I just skip over. Matter of fact, I make that number one. I had wrote that down for number 3, but they pay close attention to detail. So the little things, they're not afraid of doing the extra little things that most people will overlook and won't do. It's just like what's a good example? It's just like, matter of fact, I think about it like this. I think about the great athletes, the Tom Brady's, the Peyton Manning's, the LeBron James. And that's one thing I love about LeBron James. He's in his mind. It's like he's always looking to get better. Like, how can you get any better than what he's already doing right now in this championship? How can you get any better? But this guy's always in the lab, always looking, always working to get better. How can you get better? Like, over the years since he's been in the NBA, most of the time, people start to digress around his age. Man, he's just getting better. Like, this playoff season, I haven't seen anybody play like that. But it's just crazy, because it's the little things. They pay it close. That's what differentiates you from where you are and how you will be remembered as one of the great people. One of the little things. Martin Luther King was a great person. Jesus himself, he did the little things. Most people that preachers and teachers and people in the neighborhood and family members would neglect. He was that type person that would still come give you a helping hand up. And see, it talks about that all throughout the Bible. The little things, the little things, the little things, the little things. Things that you won't normally do with all effort. Give that extra 110% effort to the little things, because the little things will make the big things seem so easy, so simple, where people have no reason but to notice it. So that's one that highly competent people do. Another one is, I think one of the biggest ones that competent people do, they're committed to excellence. And, they're committed to excellence no matter what it is that they are doing. Whatever it is. If they want to be the best parent. I have great friends that's their number one. That's one of their number one goals. They want to be a great parent to their children. And so they're committed to excellence, whatever it is. I have friends that are committed to their jobs, committed to their businesses, where no matter what, they want to be the best they can at whatever profession they have. I have business partners all across the country that all I hear them talk about, and the difference between them and somebody who just kind of wants it and somebody that wants it, is that they're committed to it. They're committed to doing the little things every single day, no matter what it is, little things. Maybe it's making that last phone call. Maybe it's hopping on this call. Maybe it's that. Or maybe it's that. Or you look at the football players, the ones who spend the extra 30 minutes in their film room watching that. It's the ones that go home and watch film again, and they keep studying, keep progressing. That's how you become one of the greats. That's how you become one of the competent people. That's how you become excellent in whatever aspect of your life. Because if not, you always kind of get it. And guess what? When you kind of do something, you're going to kind of get results. And so that's, they're really committed to excellence. So far, pay attention to detail, doing the small things, not afraid of doing the small thing. And the second one is, committed to excellence. And the third one will be, this is a big one as well. Never settle for average. Mediocrity it's instilled in us to be. A lot of people, not instilled in us, but it's presented that mediocrity is all right, which is not. Nowhere to me, nowhere in the Bible. And you correct me if I'm wrong, but nowhere in the Bible it says that God didn't want you to just be mediocre and then prosper. But throughout the Bible, it's stories about how people prospered and how people prevailed and how people grew. So if that's the case, then how can you look at your life and just be comfortable where you are? Exactly. I always tell people money is, a lot of people, I hear this a lot. I hear it a lot. Money's not that important. That's crazy because, see, the more money you have, and money is a tool that God allowed to be here for us, that we could use to help other people. See, the more money you have, the more people you can bless. So a lot of people, and I get, I don't want to get too into this, but I hear a lot of people say money's not that important. It's not that, I don't need it. This, and that. I'm all right. But see, what you don't know is that extra $100,000 that you could be making, that could help out to bless out. How many more people can you bless with 100,000? How many more people could you bless with 1 million? So why would you stop and just at a certain aspect of your life? You want to grow and you want to enjoy life. You don't want to just be confined to one spot. And so, never settle for average. You have greatness within inside you. Never settle for average. You shouldn't feel comfortable being average. You shouldn't feel comfortable just barely getting by. You shouldn't feel comfortable in that situation. You should always want to get better and be committed to excellence. And the last one I would say is competent people, they perform with consistency. And that's a big one. See, don't do the small things today, but then tomorrow you don't do them. Or next week, it's not that important to me. See, it's the small daily things. This is something that every single day, it should be small and beneficial for you. Every single day, it should be small and it should work over and over. It's the little things. That's my little book. It actually keeps me on pace with my business. So I just say that because I just started doing, but it's the small little things. I'm telling you, when you start doing it, and it's the little things like that where you got to go in, or say for instance you had planned to do this with your business, and business owners don't understand this. You had to do something, but then you don't do it. Life hits you, you don't do it, and at the end of the day, you got to look in there and you got to put a 0 down. Like, I didn't get that nothing accomplished. Well, how can you say you want to be here and you didn't do the little things? And see, it's the little things, y'all. Being consistent with the little things. And some of the great, and if you ever notice about any of the greats in any aspect, sports, I love sports, so I always relate to them. But think about the greats like Tom Brady, the Joe Montanas, the Dan Marinos, the Peyton Mannings, the Michael Jordans. Not even that, but just think about like successful banks like Chase Bank or Bank of America. Think about how their careers would be or their businesses would be without doing the little things every single day, being consistent with the little things. What if the bank missed off on $100 every single day on their calculations? Do you think they would still be in business today if they misled $100 a day? No. No, it's almost, well, it's 30. That's a lot of money at the end of the year, or whatever it may be. But imagine if every bank did that. Since the little things. See, when you get good at the little things, you'll start to see. And so that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Some tips about competent people, successful, competent people that I believe that can really help them out. That if you take into your life, I believe it can help you out, and it can help the people around you. Because people around you are going to start following what you do. Your kids follow what you do. Your nieces and nephews follow what you do. Your coworkers. I'm telling you, if you do something so well, hey, I get it for you, girl. My dog, she's so aggressive. So oh, you're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for always being a positive person. Thank you, everybody that was able to tune in. Don't hesitate to share this. If you're watching on Facebook, or maybe you're watching a recording on Facebook, feel free to share it. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching on YouTube, same thing. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Thank y'all for the support, and I really do appreciate it. That allows me to keep going and keep pushing. Hey, you know what? I hope y'all have a blessed Wednesday. I had a quote pulled up, but I think my computer went to sleep. So I'm not going to hold anybody up anymore today. It's still pulled up. It's still pulled up. My computer went to sleep. What was it? Where's the quote I had? Okay, this one is by John C. Maxwell, Jennifer. Just made me think about it. But it said, competence goes beyond words. It's the leader's ability to say it, plan it, and do it in such a way that others know that you know how and know that you want. I read it wrong. Okay. It says, competence goes beyond words. It's the leader's ability to say it, plan it, and do it in such a way that others know that you know how and know that they want to follow you. So that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed one, and I will see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody.